Ladies and gentlemen, Detroit basketball is back in the spotlight. In recent years, the team has transformed from a struggling franchise to one of the most exciting and competitive squads in the NBA. What makes this team the hottest commodity in the league right now? With a superstar on the rise and an elite level of two-way play, they're capturing attention like never before. This script will take you through the journey of Detroit basketball, exploring their rise, their strategies, key players, recent controversies, and what the future holds for this dynamic team. Let's rewind the clock a bit to understand how Detroit transformed from perennial underdogs to legitimate playoff contenders. Historically, Detroit has been a city synonymous with basketball excellence, known for its blue-collar work ethic and relentless playing style. The Bad Boys era in the late 1980s and early 1990s embodied this identity, bringing home back-to-back championships in 1989 and 1990. Led by Hall of Famers Isiah Thomas, Joe Dumars, and Dennis Rodman, the team became notorious for its physical, defense-first approach, making life miserable for even the greatest opponents, including Michael Jordan and the Chicago Bulls. Following their golden era, the team faced a period of decline, struggling through roster changes and inconsistency. However, Detroit found new life in the early 2000s, forming another dominant squad centered around Chauncey Billups, Ben Wallace, Richard Hamilton, and Rasheed Wallace. This core group, emphasizing defense, team-oriented basketball, and selflessness, secured another NBA championship in 2004. Once again, Detroit proved that success wasn't about star power but about grit, toughness, and collective effort. Despite these historic highs, the franchise fell into a prolonged stretch of mediocrity after the mid-2000s. Poor draft choices, coaching changes, and unsuccessful trades left the Pistons struggling for relevancy in an increasingly competitive league. For years, Detroit cycled through different rebuilds, never quite finding the right combination of players and leadership to restore its former glory. In the last few seasons, however, a new dawn has begun for the Pistons. A combination of strategic drafting, smart trades, and an emphasis on player development has breathed new life into the franchise. The front office, led by a vision of long-term success, made bold moves to acquire young talent with high ceilings, aiming to build a roster capable of competing at the highest level. No longer relying on quick fixes or past formulas, Detroit has embraced a modern NBA approach, prioritizing athleticism, skill development, and versatility. One of the most significant shifts came with the emergence of key players who have become the new cornerstones of the franchise. The likes of Ausar Thompson and Malik Beasley have not only showcased their individual talents, but have also contributed to a cohesive team dynamic that is essential for sustained success. Thompson, with his elite defensive capabilities and explosiveness, has quickly become a fan favorite, embodying the Pistons' historic defensive mindset while adapting to the fast-paced, perimeter-oriented modern game. Beasley, on the other hand, provides much-needed shooting and veteran leadership, helping to balance the team's offensive attack. The hiring of a forward-thinking coaching staff has been another crucial factor in the team's resurgence. The emphasis on a modern style of play, one that values pace, space, and ball movement, has allowed the young core to flourish. Unlike previous eras that relied heavily on isolation basketball, this new system promotes fluid offense, unselfish play, and adaptability. Detroit is no longer trying to force itself into an outdated mold. Instead, it is evolving into a team that can compete with the NBA's best using contemporary strategies. As the Pistons continue their upward trajectory, there is a palpable sense of optimism surrounding the team. The franchise is no longer just reminiscing about past glories. It is building toward a new era of success, one driven by talent, smart management, and a commitment to sustainable growth. The road ahead won't be easy, but if history has shown anything, it's that Detroit basketball thrives on adversity. The city and its fans are ready for the next chapter. Fast forward to the present, where Detroit recently faced off against one of the league's heavyweights, the Boston Celtics. This game was not just another regular season matchup, it was a statement. The atmosphere in downtown Detroit was electric, with fans eager to witness their team take on a perennial contender. The Pistons entered the game with confidence, riding a wave of momentum from their recent performances. As the game unfolded, it became clear that Detroit was not intimidated by the Celtics' reputation. They came out strong, establishing an aggressive defensive presence from the get-go. The final score, 117-97, was a testament to their determination and execution. But what were the keys to this impressive victory? Firstly, the defensive strategies employed by Detroit were nothing short of brilliant. They executed a switch and trap concept that left Boston's offensive players scrambling. The Pistons' ability to communicate effectively on the court allowed them to switch seamlessly, preventing the Celtics from getting into a rhythm. This defensive prowess was crucial in limiting Boston's star players, including Jason Tatum, who found it challenging to navigate through Detroit's relentless defense. Moreover, Detroit's fast-paced offense was equally impressive. They pushed the ball up the court, creating opportunities in transition and catching Boston off guard. The combination of solid defense and quick offense made it difficult for the Celtics to respond effectively. This game showcased the potential of the Pistons as a serious contender in the league. Now, let's delve deeper into the innovative defensive strategies that have set Detroit apart. The switch and trap concept is a hallmark of modern basketball, and Detroit has mastered this technique. It involves switching defenders on screens and trapping the ball handler, creating confusion and forcing turnovers. This strategy requires exceptional communication and awareness among players, and Detroit has excelled in these areas. One of the standout aspects of Detroit's defense is their ability to adapt mid-game. Coaches have instilled a mindset of flexibility, allowing players to read the game and adjust their schemes on the fly. For instance, during the game against Boston, Detroit's defenders quickly identified the Celtics' patterns and adjusted their coverage accordingly. This adaptability is vital in a league where teams constantly evolve their strategies. Another critical element of Detroit's defense is their perimeter pressure. The Pistons have one of the best perimeter defenses in the league, utilizing quickness and agility to contest shots effectively. This pressure forces opponents to make rush decisions, often leading to turnovers or low-percentage shots. The Pistons' ability to close out on shooters and contest shots without fouling has been a game-changer. In addition to their perimeter defense, Detroit has also employed a makeshift zone scheme. This strategy allows them to clog passing lanes and create opportunities for steals. By mixing man-to-man and zone defenses, Detroit keeps opponents guessing, making it difficult for them to find any offensive rhythm. The versatility of their defensive schemes has become a trademark of the team's identity. Beyond tactics, the Pistons' defensive success is also a product of their relentless hustle. Players consistently dive for loose balls, fight through screens, and challenge every shot with high energy. This commitment to effort and intensity reflects the team's culture and mirrors the city's hardworking ethos. As Detroit continues to refine their defensive identity, they are proving that elite defense is the foundation for long-term success in the NBA. No discussion about Detroit basketball would be complete without highlighting the key players who have made significant contributions to the team's success. Ausar Thompson, in particular, has emerged as a standout talent. His defensive instincts, combined with his offensive skills, make him a dual threat on the court. In the game against Boston, Thompson's ability to read the play and anticipate passes was on full display. He consistently found himself in the right place at the right time, resulting in crucial steals and fast break opportunities. Malik Beasley has also been a vital asset for the Pistons. Known for his shooting ability, Beasley has provided the team with a much-needed scoring punch. His quick release and deep shooting range stretched defenses, creating space for his teammates. During the Boston game, Beasley's ability to knock down three-pointers shifted the momentum in Detroit's favor, energizing the crowd and his teammates alike. Another player worth mentioning is Jalen Duren, whose presence in the paint has been instrumental. His rebounding ability and shot-blocking skills provide a safety net for the Pistons' defense. Duren's physicality and tenacity make it challenging for opponents to score in the paint, and his offensive rebounding creates second-chance opportunities for Detroit. Beyond individual performances, the chemistry among the players has been remarkable. The team has developed a strong bond both on and off the court, fostering a culture of trust and accountability. This camaraderie translates into seamless teamwork during games, allowing for effective ball movement and defensive rotations. Despite their impressive performances, the Pistons are not without challenges. Every team in the league has its flaws, and Detroit is no exception. One of the primary issues has been consistency. While they can dominate games against top-tier opponents, there are moments when they struggle against lower-ranked teams. This inconsistency can be attributed to a lack of experience and the growing pains of a young roster. Moreover, the aggressive defensive strategies that have served them well can sometimes backfire. High-risk, high-reward plays can lead to mismatches or open shots for opponents if not executed correctly. During the game against Boston, there were instances where the Celtics capitalized on Detroit's overcommitment, leading to easy baskets. This vulnerability highlights the need for balance in their defensive approach. In addition, injuries can pose a significant challenge for any team. The Pistons have had their share of injury woes, which can disrupt team chemistry and hinder performance. When key players are sidelined, it forces the coaching staff to adjust rotations and game plans, often resulting in a lack of cohesion on the court. As the season progresses, it will be crucial for Detroit to address these challenges head-on. Developing a more consistent approach, improving decision-making during high-pressure situations, and maintaining player health will be essential for their success. In the world of professional sports, controversies can arise at any moment, and Detroit basketball is no stranger to this reality. Recently, rumors have surfaced regarding tensions within the team. Speculation about player disagreements or dissatisfaction with playing time can create distractions that affect performance on the court. These controversies can have far-reaching implications. When players are not on the same page, it can lead to a breakdown in communication and trust, which is detrimental to team dynamics. The coaching staff must navigate these waters carefully, addressing any underlying issues while maintaining focus on the collective goal. Moreover, media scrutiny can amplify these controversies, creating a narrative that may not reflect the reality within the locker room. The pressure to perform in front of passionate fans and a critical media can weigh heavily on players, especially young ones still finding their footing in the league. It's essential for the Pistons to foster an environment of open communication, where players feel comfortable discussing their concerns. This transparency can help mitigate tensions and keep the focus on basketball. The team's leadership, both on and off the court, will play a vital role in navigating these challenges. Looking ahead, the future of Detroit basketball seems bright. With a young core of talented players, the Pistons have the potential to become a formidable force in the NBA. The key will be continued development and the ability to adapt to the ever-evolving landscape of professional basketball. As the front office continues to build around their core, strategic acquisitions through trades and the draft will be crucial. The NBA is a league that rewards teams that can effectively scout and develop talent, and Detroit has shown a commitment to this approach. By surrounding their young stars with experienced veterans, the Pistons can create a balanced roster that can compete for championships. Furthermore, the coaching staff's ability to implement innovative strategies will be vital for success. As the game evolves, teams must adapt to new trends and styles of play. Detroit's willingness to experiment with different defensive schemes and offensive sets will be instrumental in keeping opponents guessing. Fan engagement will also play a significant role in the team's future. The passionate Detroit fanbase has been a driving force behind the team's resurgence. As the Pistons continue to build a competitive roster, maintaining strong connections with their fans will be essential. Engaging with the community, hosting events, and fostering a sense of pride in the franchise will help solidify the team's place in the city. In conclusion, Detroit basketball is experiencing a renaissance, marked by a combination of young talent, innovative strategies, and a passionate fan base. The journey from struggling franchise to playoff contender has been remarkable, showcasing the resilience and determination of the players and coaching staff. As they continue to navigate the challenges and controversies that come with professional sports, one thing remains clear: the future is bright for Detroit basketball. Can they maintain this momentum as they head toward the playoffs? The excitement is palpable, and the potential is limitless. I want to hear your thoughts. Let me know in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more insights. I appreciate you all, and I'll see you in the next one.